Let's talk about Excel for data analytics. There are Excel formula every data analyst must know. We have formula function, we have data cleaning function, we have manipulation functions. My name is Abdulkadir Salami. Let's see how it's done. Welcome to your data analyst video on Excel. Today we'll be talking about data cleaning function for Excel, and then we'll be talking about trim, prosper, and how to find and replace some values, how to clean up all your data. So right now on my interface, this is my workbook. I have a column that comprises of client names, Horizon Communication, INC, and then I have the Home Depot, Cisco System, INC. So right now, looking at this spreadsheet, you can tell that from the client name, these are not necessary in brackets. The details we have in brackets, which is XNYS, column VZ, these informations are not necessary. What we need is Horizon Communication INC. So that's the information we need. There are some unwanted information in this spreadsheet, and then we need to clean them up. So let's start. Let's get to work. So right now, let's select all the information in our client name. Okay. Yep. Okay, that's it. So now let's go to find and select. So we are going to replace. So we are going to replace all the information in the brackets, including the bracket, all the information in the bracket. We are going to replace it with nothing. So what it means is that we are wiping up all the information in the bracket, including the bracket. So to do that, we go to find and select. So we click on replace. Now here we are. Find what do we want Excel to find or to clean up? I want Excel to find any information inside the brackets, any information inside the brackets, and the bracket itself should be wiped off. So to do that, I think I already have it here, is to open the brackets, and then we use asterisk. Asterisk means all information in the bracket should be cleared up. So that's it. Now replace with what? I'm replacing it with nothing. So which means wipe it up. Replace it with nothing. So I'll just click on my replace all. Okay, as you can see, all done. So we made 17 replacements. So that's it. And then we click on close. Okay, that's number one. Number two, looking at the contact information, we have names of different uppercase, lowercase, and some white space. They are scattered. They are not in the right format. Now, to do this, we need to use our trim and prosper. That's the function we need to use to put this together. So before we do that, we need to create a new column. So I'll click on my E, then Ctrl+Shift+ will give me a new column. Okay, let me tag the heading as contact name. Okay, now let's get to the information. Now, what code do we need to type? The formula is equals to trim. What trim does is to clear up the white space, to clear up where there is space. So trim, we open the brackets, then proper, not prosper, sorry, proper. Now what proper does is to make each case capital. Proper is used to capitalize the first letter of each word in a text. So that's what it does. So we open the bracket again, and we select the cell. So this is the cell we are working on. Then we close the bracket twice because we open it twice. Okay, and then we enter. Okay, so we come over here and double click. Perfect. As you can see, we have everything in order. So this is the correction, and this is the file we worked on. So we need to remove this. Now, the problem now is they are linked together. So to remove this, we need to have a copy of this. So we need to copy this, Control Shift down, Control C, and then we need to paste it as value, or else we can't remove it because they are both linked together. So we need to go to paste as value. Now we have it. Okay, so we can come over here and do what? Delete. That's Control S. So that's it. So now we are done with this. So let's move to the next stage. Now let's talk about manipulation function for Excel analytics. So now what we want to do is to use our if function. Now, if function evaluates a condition and return one value if the condition is true and another value if the condition is false. Now, let's do that. Now, to do our if function, I want to use my if function for this. So, which means I'm going to give a condition. If it meets the condition, I want the spreadsheet to give it pass. If not, it should give it fail. That's what if condition is all about. True or false. Right now, I want pass or fail. Now, to do that, so what we need to do is to type is equals to if we open a bracket. Now, I'm working on total because that is total score of the subject we have right here, tech, oral, maths, WHO, security. Now the total is what I'm going to use the if condition for. Now what is the condition? Now if H4 is greater than 300, comma, then I'm going to open a quote, a double quote on top, and what should be the value? Is it yes or no, or true or false, or pass or fail? If it's greater than 300, I want pass. So let's close the quotes. Let's give it another comma. Now we have else. If else, if H4 is greater than 300, I want pass. Else, so I have to open my bracket and give it fail. And then close the quotes. I have to open my quote and close the quotes. And then what else? Then close the bracket. Now let me explain this. Now, if condition, I'm using it for the total. Now, the total is the total score of the subject we have here, which is tech, oral, maths, WHO, security. So the total score of each is 308 and so on. So now I'm giving a condition to indicate those who pass and those who fail. So if your score is greater than 300, I want pass, else fail, which means if it's below 300 or 300, it should be fail. So now let's enter it. Okay, as you can see, 308 is greater than 300. That's pass. Okay, 400 pass. Okay, I said if it is greater than 300. Now I have 277, that's below 300, that's fail. I have 369, that is greater than 300, that's pass. So this is how it works. So this is how if condition works. Right now, to get our maximum in Excel, and maximum is used to find the highest value in a range. So right here in this column, we have our maximum. Now to get the maximum of our total, so we just type is equals to max, open bracket, then we come to the total, Control Shift down to select the range, then we close the bracket. Now let's enter. So as you can see, the maximum score we have in our total is 401. So what maximum does is to find the highest value in a range of cells. So that's the maximum we have in our total. Now let's do the minimum in our total. Now to get the minimum, we are going to use the same similar formula, which is equals to mean, then we open a bracket, and then we come over here and choose a range, Control Shift down, then we close the bracket and enter. So the minimum value we have in our total, which is the least, that's 261. Wow. So that's how maximum and minimum works. Now let's talk about concatenation. Now to concatenate means this function merge or join several text string into one text string. So what it does is that it joins two values together. So right now I have here my first name and I have here my last name. Now to join these two values together, we use concatenate. Now to do that, we type is equals to, and we type concatenate, okay? And we choose our first value, which is A4, then we give it a comma, and then we open a double quote, space, we close the quote and give it a comma. Now the second value, which is B4. Then we close the brackets. Now let's enter. Perfect. So as you can see, we have perfect. So as you can see, we have the two names joined together. So to concatenate means to join a string of value together. So now we have full name. We've already joined them together. So it's now Tahil Nazim. So thank you. Please kindly subscribe, like, and share for more videos. Thank you.